Greetings and welcome to the Success Formula Show. I am Muhammad Yusuf, host of Success Formula Show. Today we have very amazing personality with us, and our today's guest is author, book coach, author advisor, helping people tell stories, write, publish, and market their book this year even. And she will tell us more about it. Please give me a warm welcome to our today's guest, Yvonne Divita. Welcome, Yvonne.
I am so happy to be here. I really was so pleased that you invited me.
Thank you. Let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who were you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
Oh, the backstory goes back to second grade when my teacher said to my mother, "Your daughter does nothing all day but write stories. She has to do some of her other work or she's not going to pass second grade." So apparently I did pass second grade and I went on to write more stories. I wrote my first novel in seventh grade, a 300-page ghost story. Wow. And no, it was not published, but it took me a long time to write it. And so throughout my life, I've been recognized as a writer, as someone who cares about words and cares about storytelling and cares about the people who tell the stories. And so if we go to my adult life, when I decided to write a book about marketing to women, this was 2005, I chose a print-on-demand publisher, and that was brand new. Nobody knew what print-on-demand was. People were skeptical of it, but I knew because I was writing about the internet and how to market to women who shop online that I had to get my book out right away. It couldn't wait 2 or 3 years, which is how long it would take in a traditional publishing model. So I went to a print-on-demand publisher, and it was a very disappointing experience. There I was, I worked so hard on my book. I spent days and hours and weeks writing this book, and they treated it like day-old stale bread. And so I was disappointed and said, authors shouldn't have to do this. This should not be an experience a new or even existing author has to go through. And I said to my husband, we should start our own company. We should become print-on-demand publishers. And so we started exploring that idea, and we knew we would need a printer. You needed someone to print the book and then distribute it. So we would work with the authors on preparing the book, but we needed a printer. So we went and visited printers in our hometown, and we were in the conference room of one printer looking around at his bookshelves, and there was my book.
Wow, amazing.
He was printing my book.
Okay.
So we took the book back from the former publisher. We became our own publishers. We started a publishing company, and I started helping other authors have a good experience writing and publishing their books. Now today, I don't publish anymore. I'm not a publisher. The publisher today is Amazon. And anyone who thinks their books shouldn't be in Amazon because they don't like Amazon and Amazon is just stepping on all the small guys and whatnot, the truth of the matter is Amazon is the big gorilla in the room. And if you don't have your book in there, you're missing out on sales. So we work with Kindle on Amazon to get our authors published, but we do exactly the same things we did when we had our print-on-demand publishing company.
Wow, amazing and impressive story. You were the author at your early age of 7 years. Okay, wonderful. Okay, Yvonne, what are the top 3 success secrets which others can get as a cheat sheet and implement right now in their business?
Here's a little sidetrack. So while I was doing the print-on-demand publishing, I became a blogger. So blogging has been a big success for me. My blog, Lipsticking, which is still out there, but I don't write in it anymore. At the time, it became the #1 resource in Google for smart marketing to women online. If you search smart marketing or women online, my blog came up as #1. So that helped me in my business a great deal. It also introduced me to, because I had a speaking gig in Florida and I met the interactive marketing director of Nestle Purina. And I pitched him a blog and I said, I'm very into the women's market and I know women are blogging and I know they're looking for the brands they buy to have blogs. And he said, well, lawyers won't let us blog, so why don't you blog for us? And I said, okay, so I pitched him a blog. I became the Purina blogger. It was called Scratchings and Sniffings. And that opened up another door. I met dozens of other pet bloggers. And I discovered that they were all looking for guidance on how to write their blog and how to build their blog into something that I had created with Purina, somebody to sponsor it and make money. So one of the other bloggers and I and my husband and my daughter got together and said, let's start a company. So I put the publishing aside for a while. I started a company called Blog Pause. It was an online influencer community. And for 10 years, we had yearly national conferences where people from all over the world would come. And the people from the US, of course, would bring all their pets because it was pet friendly. And that helped me grow my sense of writing online and teaching people how to be better writers on their blog. And so when it came time to leave Blog Pause, because it was acquired by another company that was subsequently acquired by PetSmart, I decided that I wanted to go back doing what I was doing previously, but again, I don't do the publishing. Then going back to my roots was a big success because that's what people recognized. They knew me already. They knew that I was this person that was passionate about words, and I'm true to my roots. I'm true to that little girl in second grade who was writing stories all day.
Okay. And what are the top 3 tips and techniques for others so people can use in their business and to become a best writer?
So for writers especially, they need to stop thinking they have to do it alone. This is true of business anywhere, anyway. There are mentors. There are people that can help you that don't cost a lot. You need to stop thinking I have to do this by myself. Writers especially think they have to. This is my book. I have to do it by myself. So I'll write the book and then I'll call Yvonne. No, you need to call me before that happens. So that's number 1. Number 2, I think people need to trust their intuition more. Your stomach is related to your brain. You can do Google searches on that and you will find all sorts of studies that tell you that yes, your stomach and your heart and everything is all connected and it's trying to tell you something. So listen to it, sit down, open yourself up and listen to it. That's your intuition talking. And number 3, be a little outrageous. Get out there, get in front of people. Don't be afraid. If you are afraid, then figure out how you can get out there and not be afraid. First step is, let me tell you, I did not want to speak in public. I was not someone who strived to do that. I'm happy here by my desk, but I knew I had to do it for my business. And when I had the pet blogger influencer community, I had to speak in front of all the people all the time. So I got over it because I did it, because I put that foot out there, then I put the other foot out there. So just keep moving forward. Just keep taking that one step at a time. Start small with a local networking group. Do the Chamber of Commerce maybe. All of these people are looking for speakers. Start small and then take that 1, 2, 3 steps forward.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, Yvonne, what is the single most failure in your professional life? What lesson have you learned and how did you recover from it?
Aha. I think the single biggest failure in my life was not believing in myself, which I just told you people should do. I didn't believe in myself for a very long time. I started my business and I was always afraid and I was always worried. I would go home at night and I wouldn't sleep and I would wonder how we were going to do things and how was I going to find another client. And lo and behold, let me tell you a secret. All of that worrying did nothing but keep me up at night. It didn't solve any problems. So there I was wondering how I was going to make a success of things. And I overcame it by putting one foot in front of the other, by getting up in the morning and saying, okay, let me look and see how other people have handled this problem and see if there's any advice there. I found a mentor and my mentor said to me, you're fabulous. You're doing wonderful things. Here's how you could do them better. And so that's how I overcame it. I stopped thinking it was only me. I stopped thinking I couldn't do it. And I got people to help me.
Okay, got it. Okay, what are your future plans to grow your business?
Okay. My future plans to grow my business are I don't want to grow it too big. I want to keep it small enough where I work with maybe 6, maybe 7 new authors. We also do a little bit of other business work on the side, along with some of our book coaching. So the business is meant to serve the authors. It's not meant to serve me. I am looking for 1 or 2 authors for 2023, people who really have been in business long enough to have a story to tell and would like help telling that story. And that's all I'm doing here in my business. I want to keep it at a level where I can put 110% into every project I work on.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. You're doing multiple things, like you're also helping people who want to become an author, and you're also like doing your like blog post and other stuff as well. Okay, what challenges are you facing right now in your business?
So the challenge I face in my business is there are a lot of people coming to me wanting help. And I just said, I only take 5 to 6. So the challenge is I don't want to turn these people away. I want to make sure that I give them the best information I can. So I'm always on the lookout for other people who do what I do that I can trust, that I can send these people to. And the bigger challenge is, can I help them some other way? Is there some other program I can develop that will help these people, but it won't be that big book project? So I'm challenged right now with trying to figure out what that would be.
Okay, got it. And it is also a challenge, like you have to manage your time, you have to manage your family and everything.
Yes.
And now you are going to retire as well. Okay. And who is your ideal client?
My ideal client?
Yes.
Okay, so a small business professional, and small business could be 5 employees or 100 employees, but a small business professional who's been in business for 5 years or more and has a story to tell, B, the inclination to not only tell it in the book, but to go on the speaking circuit, because all of my authors want to speak in public, and C, who is open to the coaching that needs to happen for the book to be a success. So that's my ideal client.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, Yvonne, what do you want to accomplish in life?
I want to accomplish the biggest passion I have is to be a writer. I'm working on a book, so I need to finish that. I'm working on a book about women in leadership, and I need to finish that. So that's a big accomplishment I'm working on. But I just want to make sure that all the authors I work with have a good experience, have a good product, and receive the best results from it that there is possible.
People who are watching this right now, how can they support you?
They can come to my website, nurturingbigideas.com, or they can find me on LinkedIn. I post a lot of content and a lot of advice, and I share a lot of the secrets that I know about writing and publishing a book on LinkedIn. And that's just, you just search my name and you will find me.
And what would you say as a final word?
My final words are thank you. Thank you for this, because I really do love telling my story. I know that there are authors out there and there are would-be authors out there thinking, I'd like to write a book, but A, I don't know how, and B, what would I write? So those are 2 of the big questions that I get from people. And so I want to leave them with the thought that, come to me, we can at least talk.
Okay, thank you, Yvonne, for sharing your wisdom with us on the behalf of Integrated Success Formula and my entire team. Stay blessed. Have a good day.
Thank you.